I spent the last day or so re-listening to all of the Alter Bridge albums, beginning to end, from One Day Remains to Pawns and Kings. I did it over the course, probably a day and a half because of things that I have to do. Plus, it's all the albums back to back, trying not to pause and really trying to get refresh my memory, I guess, so to say. I mean, I've listened to these albums countless times. I'm a huge Alter Bridge fan. I'm rocking my Fret 12 shirt for those that know what Fret 12 is. So needless to say, I mean, I've seen Alter Bridge many, many, many times. They're probably the band that I've seen the most live. I have Alter Bridge tattoos. I have a Mark Tremonti guitar over there. So needless to say, I'm an Alter Bridge mega fan. So I have been dying to listen to this album. It is Sunday. The album came out on Friday. And to be transparent, I've listened to Silent Divide. I've listened to What Lies Within and Playing Aces, because those were the singles that came out. I know that Scales Are Falling came out as well, but I try to keep myself distance because it had, I think it was like Wednesday or something, or Tuesday that it came out. The album was going to come out on Friday. I didn't want to. I actually don't like when bands release a ton of songs before the album comes out. This got 12 tracks on it. They released 4. That's, a third of the album. I really wish they would have kept it down to 2 singles. Released them a little bit later, but kept it down to 2 singles. But it is what it is. So let's get straight into it. I don't want to take any longer. I don't want to wait any longer. So this is going to be a review of the album and a reaction of the album. So if this is your first time listening to the album, you are doing it wrong. Close this video, get away from it, and go listen to the album on your own. Go do that. Don't listen to the album through the album for the first time through me. I'm not a good listening experience to this album, okay? I'm not going to have high quality versions of the songs playing here. I'm just going to be listening to these tracks, and you guys are just going to be getting snippets here and there. So Silent Divide is your classic Alter Bridge track. Everything you expect to be an Alter Bridge track, it's Silent Divide. Knock it out of the park. Rue the Day is an awesome track. Awesome, awesome track. Really like it a lot. So far, probably Silent Divide is probably my favorite so far. Rue the Day is pretty good. Power Down was pretty good. Rue the Day was heavy. I loved the classic drop B, or they might be even drop A flat in this one, but great song too. Power Down was great. Trusting Me is kind of one of those half and half, right? It's kind of like one of those punchy songs, but then also like a kind of a feel good Alter Bridge song with the choices they were making, the chords and the voicings. So I really, man, this is a strong start from this album. Strong start. Trusting Me is, wow, okay, good song. I just realized I lost the other 3 songs, by the way. Disregarded. Oh, I love this. Whew, that's dirty right here, man. This song would go great live, man. Little Miles and Mark trading solos. Wow. I love the change from the verses to the chorus, how it just kind of picks up and just goes in the chorus. It really helps with the song overall. If there wasn't, if that change wasn't there, I probably wouldn't have liked that song as much as I did end up liking it. But wow, this is a strong start to AB8 is starting to become um one of my favorite Alter Bridge albums. This is crazy so far. And now we're gonna go into Tested and Able, which I've heard is a great song. So very excited to check this one out. Tested and Able. Woo! Stank face. Oh, Mark is singing. Nice with Mark, with Miles coming in the chorus. I feel like I've had that reaction after every song so far. Just blown away, man. Was blown away. This song is out of all the songs that Mark and Miles sing together, and we're talking about words darker than their wings here, this is up there, man. I love this song. Love this song. All right, next song is a song I'm familiar with. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I've heard Wiser Than before. I've heard it once and I saw the video once. So it's probably my fourth time listening to the song, but nonetheless, let's do it. Again, coming from listening to One Day Remains all the way to Pawns and Kings, all the way through, this is another classic Alter Bridge song right here. We've all known this one. My thought of it hasn't changed, and it's actually probably maybe like the song better in the context of the whole album. Another classic Alter Bridge song. Hang by a Thread. Open G. Wonder if it's the same tuning as Watch Over You. Wow. It's, yeah, this kind of seemed like, I don't want to say like a Watch Over You 2.0, but it's got similar chord voicings, especially that I think it's like the C or a G that they play. That it's the same exact one from Watch Over You. It's probably in the same tuning that I think it's the Open G that Miles likes to use. Probably this song probably came from Miles. Good song. It sounded like my favorite so far. I think out of the 8 songs that I've heard so far, 7 of them have been like just home runs. And this one was good. Good song. I mean, not my favorite so far. And it's not because it's a ballad. It's nothing like that. Good song though. Good song. I mean, it's not like a song I'm going to skip, right? But good song. But I do feel like there's stronger songs in this album. But I like it. All right. Now his latest single, Scales Are Falling. A little bit of an odd time signature. Interesting choice there in the beginning, right? Best part of that song was that bridge, for sure. The bridge on, it got good. I'm not really sure. This might be one of those songs where I might have to listen to it a few times to really kind of understand the vibe here. I'm not totally sure if I like it or not. I mean, I like it, right? But it's just like, I feel like the album kind of hit like a little dip here, right? It's like banger, 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 banger. Will Lies Within, banger. Uh, so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. Um, right, just banger after banger after banger after banger. And then we got Hang by a Thread, which again was a good song, kind of slowed things down. And then Scales Are Falling. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the song yet. Um, got to listen to it a few more times. But I'm going to go into Playing Aces, which was a single, and it's a song that I've heard probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 times after that. I love this change here. Um, I love Playing Aces. That's a great song. Love that change. That change that they had from the verse to the pre-chorus and then into the chorus. That is classic Alter Bridge too. I mean, especially after coming from the front to back listens to their albums, that is just classic Alter Bridge. Again, another home run after a couple of songs that kind of was not on par with the rest, but Playing Aces was knocked it out of the park too. What are you waiting for? Ooh. A little octaver on there, or is it just harmonizing with the bass? Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that's aura.
Ooh, okay. God, that change is so good. Ooh, okay. Wow. Whoa. That's a great song. There's classic Alter Bridge element in it. There's the structure here in the chorus is a little bit different than what we're used to seeing from Alter Bridge. Those stops in the chorus, it stops and goes and stops and goes. I don't think it's something they've done before, but it didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel too new. It didn't feel not Alter Bridge. So again, there's some classic Alter Bridge elements in there. I love that this album so far, and I'm with Slave to Master, which I've heard is another masterpiece, but we will see about that. The 3 minute long solo, by the way. So I've heard, so I've read. This album was just pretty much, from the exception of Trust in Me and Hang by a Thread. It's pretty hard album. It's hard rock album. Metal, hard rock metal album. Here we are at the end with Slave to Master. I'm going to put this mic away and just focus on the song. I hear it's a great song. I hear it's a banger. So let's see. Ooh. That's fucking sick. Miles Kennedy. Wow, what an experience. What an experience that song is. Holy shit. Man. That is Such a great song. Like I'm needing some time. I'm needing some time to talk about this. What a song, man. It's a 9-minute song from Alter Bridge, 9 minutes and 3 seconds with that 3-minute solo. I mean, the album comes to a climax here, right? The album shows its true face at the very end. If anything, this album should have been called Slave to Master. Because wow, just wow. I mean, honestly, Silent Divide would have been a good name, or All Lies Within would have been a good name too. But Slave to Master. But Alter Bridge, self-titled, it's perfect because this album really is a collection of riffs and vocal melodies and new stuff that really made Alter Bridge, into what the band really is. Silent Divide is, again, your typical Alter Bridge song, but not typical in the sense that it's boring, typical in the sense that it's a banger. It's just an instant classic, right? Silent Divide is an instant Alter Bridge classic. Rude Today is an instant Alter Bridge classic. Disregarded is an instant Alter Bridge classic. Tested and Able, instant Alter Bridge classic. While Lies Within, I think it goes like right underneath that, where it goes like instant Alter Bridge classic. It's like right there, right? I don't think it's quite there, but it's right there. Hang by a Thread is a good song. It's, I think Scales of Falling and Hang by a Thread right now on this first listen are my least two favorite songs from the album. They're not bad. It's just that all the other songs are so fucking good. Scales of Falling is just a little different. I'm not sure if different good or different bad. Not bad. Alter Bridge doesn't write a bad song, but it's going to take a few listens. This is kind of like, in its own way, right? It's kind of comparing apples to oranges, but how a little taste of heaven from Avenged Sevenfold was so different from everything else that they have done. Slave to Master kind of feels like Scales of Falling kind of feels like that for me. But not in the sense that it's not in the sense that it's a little like it's too different. A little piece of heaven. That's what I meant. A little piece of heaven from Avenged Sevenfold. It's not. It's different. But that's what I meant. Like a little piece of heaven in Avenged Sevenfold was different. It kind of like it hit you like by surprise. Like, where is this coming from? To me, Scales of Falling is kind of like that. It has some Alter Bridge elements to it, just like a little piece of heaven had elements of Avenged Sevenfold. But the thing is, a little piece of heaven is an all-time great Avenged Sevenfold song, where Scales of Falling, I don't think it's gonna reach that kind of status. It's just different. Playing Aces, I think Playing Aces is like on par with. I'll pull this back up over here. I think Playing Aces is like on par with What Lies Within in a way. What Are You Waiting For is a good song. I think it's kind of like with one, While Lies Within and Playing Aces, and then Slave to Master is a category of its own. I think to me it goes right there with Fortress. It goes right there with Paws and Kings. Blackbird is also on a category of its own. I think Blackbird is the peak Alter Bridge song. But there's Blackbird and there's everything else. right? But in between this everything else, there are some tier list here, with Blackbird being S plus, um, Slave to Messer being S. You know, it's right there with my opinion with Fortress and all the other epic Alter Bridge songs. There's one epic song in every album. You know, to me, he's on par with that. Um, what a great song, man! This is gonna be a song I'm gonna have to like put my earbuds on later and kind of just lay down in bed, close my eyes, and just listen to it again, right? Just experience it again. And same is true with all these songs, even "Hang by a Thread" and "Scales Are Falling," which are great songs. Um, it's just that I just love every other song on this album, which to me, I yesterday I'll pull out my phone here after I did the listens, the 1 through 7, right? One Day Remains, all the way up to um, Pawns and Kings. I kind of made a list here of albums 1 through 8, right? So let's do an album review. I did the um, reaction to the songs. Um, so let's do a rank. Let's do a ranking of Alter Bridge from best albums to my least favorite albums, and there's at least not one song, there's at least 2 or 3 songs in every album that I consider to be absolute bangers, knocking it out of park, right? This album has a lot. This album has a lot. Uh, so I can tell you right now that this song is automatically for me. This album and in the first listen, this album feels like it's top 4 Alter Bridge albums, right? So as of last night, my rankings were, again, this is my favorite albums, right, in order. Um, Fortress number 1, and I'm gonna put AB3 and One Day Remains right there, man, right next to each other. I can't really tell which one is 2, which one is 3. AB3 One Day Remains, tied for me. And then comes Pawns and Kings. And I think this album right here, AB3, falls right there with Pawns and Kings. Maybe even with AB3 and One Day Remains. It's going to take a lot more listens, right? I've been listening to One Day Remains for, shoot, 20 years, for as long as Alter Bridge has been a band. I've been listening to One Day Remains and Blackbird, which Blackbird for me came right after Pawns and Kings. But needless to say, Blackbird has the best Alter Bridge song of all time, right? It has got, let me look through Blackbird here. Right, Blackbird, so you guys can see this here with me. So if we look here at Alter Bridge, Blackbird, Ties That Bind, love it. Come to Life, great song. Brand New Start, it's one of my favorite songs here. Buried Alive is a good song. And then Coming Home Before Tomorrow Comes, within the context of this album, probably ranked towards the bottom for me. And then comes Rise Today, which is a great song. And then comes Blackbird, right? And then Watch Over You. And then for me, actually, Wayward One is a great song on this album too. There's it's tough, man. It's tough. Because when I go through Pawns and Kings, which it has 10 songs, This Is War, I love that song. Dead Among the Living, I love the song. Silver Tongue, I love the shit out of the song. Sin After Sin, I love the song. It was one of the songs I really wanted to see live. And when I saw Alter Bridge play Sin After Sin live, it just solidified for me that is one of my favorite Alter Bridge songs of all time. Stay's a great song. Holiday is okay for me. Fable of the Silent Sun is a good song. it's a little long, 8 minutes 22 seconds. For example, "Slave to Master" is a much better song, in my opinion, than "Fable of the Silent Sun." "Season of Promise" ranked towards the bottom here. "Last Man Standing" is okay, and "Paws King" is a great song. So, you know, to me, they kind of go together. And then "Walk the Sky" came in number 6 for me. If "Paws and Kings" is 4, "Blackbird" is 5, or they could easily flip, in my opinion. Then "The Last Hero" being my least favorite Alter Bridge album. Again, not because I don't like the songs on here, I do. But I think, to me, this album has the less bangers than the rest. Right? "Show Me the Leader" is a good song, but is it on the level, to me, like, of "Silver Tongue"? I don't think so. Especially not "Sin After Sin." "Writing on the Wall" is a good song. "The Other Side" is one of my favorite songs of this album. "My Champion's" a good song. "Poison in Your Veins" is okay. "Cradle to the Grave" is probably my favorite song of this album. Along with "The Last Hero," which is a good song. It's the epic, kind of the epic song. I think "The Side of Fate" is the epic song of this album, which it's not, you know, when we're talking about the long Alter Bridge, we're supposed to be the epic Alter Bridge songs. "This Side of Fate," in my opinion, ranks towards the bottom. "Island of Fools" a great song. "Crows on a Wire" is a great song. Right? But then there's some songs here that I'm not too crazy about in the whole context of Alter Bridge. So it's like, you ranked "Walk the Sky" over "The Last Hero." Yeah, I did. "Won't You Rather" to me was a better single than "Show Me a Leader." "In the Deep's" a good song. Godspeed's probably my favorite song on this album, along with "Dying Light." "Dying Light" is my favorite song on this album. "Take the Crown" is a good song. "Indoctrination" and "Bitter End" are kind of like the low points here. "Pain of Mind" is a good song. "Forever Falling" it's okay. "Clear Horizon" is a good song. "Walking on the Sky" is a great song. "Tear Us Apart" is okay. "Dying Light's" my favorite. "Last Rites." These is the deluxe version, so I think it ended with "Dying Light." I don't pay attention. Not that I don't pay attention, but I don't count these songs, right? "Last Rites" it's a good B-side song. But yeah, "Dying Light." So I think I had more songs on "Walk the Sky" that I liked over "The Last Hero." We go over to "Fortress." Oh my gosh. "Crab Achilles," "Addicted to Pain," "Bleeded Dry," "Lover," "The Uninvited," "Pieces Broken," "Calm the Fire," "Waters Rising," "All Ends Well," "Fortress," "Cry River." To me, this is peak Alter Bridge. "Fortress" is peak Alter Bridge album for me, alongside AB3 and "One Day Remains." Look at AB3 here: "Slipped in the Void," "Isolation," "Ghostly's Goodbye," "All Hope Is Gone," "Still Remains." "Make It Right" kind of does a little dip here for me, but then right back up with "Wonderful Life." I Know I Heard. "Show Me a Sign" is one of my favorite Alter Bridge songs of all time. "Fallout," again, one of my favorite Alter Bridge songs of all time. "Breathe Again," there's a little bit of a dip, although there's a crazy vocal run from Miles in "Breathe Again." "Coeur d'Alene," great song. "Life Must Go On," "Words Are Gonna." This is, I mean, and then the 2 extra songs, right? "Zero" and "Homage," to me are great B-side songs. So yeah, I mean, AB3, it's right there with "Fortress," man. "One Day Remains," I mean, come on. The best, it could be the best Alter Bridge album, from here all the way down on my last, "In Love and Memory," down on my last. There's not that I don't like "Watch Your Words." I love that song. And "Shed My Skin" too. My God, "Shed My Skin's" a great song. "The End Is Here." So, and then we're talking about B-side. "Save Me" is a great B-side too. So "Fortress," AB3, and "One Day Remains" for me are are all right there, man. And there's like some great B-sides to Alter Bridge Blackbird, which I don't see here. Um, but there's some great The Damage Done, New Way to Live, Never Born to Follow, We Don't Care at All, and Breathe. They do not have The Damage Done, New Way to Live, uh, Never Born to Follow, or Breathe. And all of these songs, in my opinion, are the best B-side Alter Bridge songs. I have no idea why they're not in here. Live albums, live at the O2 Arena 2007. 2017, I'm sorry. I know they have it here somewhere. I thought they had it here on New Way to Live was here. I guess not. Let me see. I know one of these has New Way to Live. And New Way to Live is one of my favorite Alter Bridge songs ever. So it's really a shame that we don't have like a like high quality version of New Way to Live, because it's one of my favorite songs of all time. I thought it'd be here at this O2 Arena, right in the Welcome to Life, Dick the Pain, Ghost, The Sign, Find the Sun, There's a Bind, Crossing the Wire, Isolation, Metalingers. Yeah, they don't have it here, and I thought it was. But there's also Cruel Sun. It's also a good song. I think it's on the Rarities album, right? Anyways, I don't know anymore. So to me, AB3, Fortress, and One Day Remains, to me, it's honestly going to flip. Those are, to me, quintessential Alter Bridge albums, as well as Blackbird and Alter Bridge, Pawns and Kings. And to me, the self-titled album, Alter Bridge, you can include into must listens for Alter Bridge, right? Somebody tells me, is Walk the Sky and The Last Hero must listens? I would say listen to all the other albums before you get to these. Actually, I would say listen to One Day Remains, Blackbird. Listen to it in order, so you can really hear the evolution of the band. What a career, right? They're my favorite band. I love Tremonti's solo. I love Creed. Creed is what got me to play music. It just it's tough to do a albums ranked, but that was my rank, with Fortress, AB3, and One Day Remains. To me, at this time, I wrote 1, 2, 3 in that order, but really it could flip. It could be One Day Remains, AB3, and then Fortress, AB3, One Day Remains, Fortress. It just really gonna depend on my mood. And then to me, Paws and Kings, Blackbird, and Alter Bridge, AB8, if you want to call it that way, are right there with me. And then Walk the Sky, and then The Last Hero. That's my ranking of Alter Bridge albums. Post below. What are yours? Everybody's gonna be different. The Last Hero might be somebody's favorite album. Who knows? Walk the Sky might be somebody's favorite album. Who knows? There's no wrong answer. It's just what you like. It's just what you're into. The songs that you're into. You know, somebody could really vibe with Walk the Sky, and that's it. You know, I just really enjoy One Day Remains, AB3, Fortress. And I think I can add AB8 to this list here as well. So let me know below if you got in here so far. Please like, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps quite a bit. That was it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've never done anything like this on a channel. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you wanted me to do it with other bands, and if I see a band on the comments that I like, then I would do it with them. I already talked about one, which is Avenged Sevenfold. I'd be down to do an Avenged Sevenfold albums ranked. I'd be down to do a Tremonti albums ranked. I'd be down to do whatever, Creed albums ranked. Okay. That'd be a tough one for me. I think that would be a very controversial albums ranked for me. But yeah, Seven Dust. I love Seven Dust too, man. Mayfield 4. Anyways, I'll just be naming bands over and over again. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's going to be a long video, but hey, thank you guys for watching.